Good morning, everyone. Rene Bastarache here with the American School of Hypnosis. And it is Friday. Happy Friday! Ah! And today, first I'd like to welcome everyone here. And we have, let's see, Kitansa Art, hello. And Raluca just popped in, hello. And I know there's others. I can see there's a few people on. So as you come in, say hello. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is how bad do you want it? Now you're probably wondering, how bad do I want what? Okay. Well, we've been having people call in and speak to us once in a while about basically about the hypnosis certification, but this will go with pretty much any topic, whether it be career related, relationship, whatever. What happens is people will buy a course and they'll get all excited about starting a hypnotherapy practice. And the people around them, their friends and family, sometimes are not supportive. So this is basically what the topic of the course is about, is how bad do you want it? How bad do you really want to become a hypnotherapist? Now, I remember that, it happens to everyone. Even when I started years ago, when I first began hypnosis, people come up to me and say, "Are you crazy? What's the matter with you? Doing hypnosis? You're going to look in people's eyes and they're going to spin." So I had all this craziness. You can't make a living doing that. And actually, within the first few months, I pretty much doubled my previous income, okay? You can make an income, but like anything else, you need to work at it. But the problem is with a lot of people, I was able to do it. I got in there in spite of what people said to me, but some people give too much credence to their friends and family. They listen to them so much that they allow them to drag them down. So think about it. Who or what influences you? Okay, what stands in your way of being successful? You have a great idea, you're thinking about it, this is going to really work, you start working at it, and you make the mistake of telling the wrong person. And they go, I don't know, do you really want to get in front of a group of 40 people to quit smoking? There's going to be a lot of negativity. They're going to raise their hands. And what if you have a troublemaker and you end up not doing it? So these naysayers or people that you might be listening to that are negative, you need to stop listening to them. Before you take advice from someone, look at their life. Are they a positive person? Are they a successful person? Are they someone who just can't seem to make it on their own? Because if you got that great idea to do groups and you went out and did it, you might have done really well. Some people do group smoking, group weight loss, and you can make as much money in one night as you'd probably make in a whole week of doing sessions. Okay, so depending on the size and where you are, but it's irrelevant. You could have done really well if you had followed your intuition. But you listen to the negative people and you stop. So look at who's giving you influence. If it's your parents, that's great. If they're giving you positive. But if they're giving negative, why? What's their hang up? Okay, everyone seems to have their own agenda. And when they speak to you, a lot of times what they're doing is they're telling you what their agenda is. They're telling you their fears. I don't know, getting in front of people, I wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that, but you can. Because whatever you set your mind to, if you have confidence in yourself, you can do it. And this is a wonderful business. It's not like a lot of other businesses, so all these other people really can't give you advice on it unless they've done it, okay? So think about that. Who are you taking advice from? What's standing in your way? Okay, when I first started, I kind of jumped into this feet first. I did sessions, live sessions. I actually had 3 offices when I first started. One from home and one in 2 different towns besides. So I was in Springvale. I had one in Sanford and one in Biddeford. The one in Biddeford was actually Sanford and Biddeford, where I was sharing an office with a doctor, okay, an allergist at the time. So it was kind of neat. I rented a room from him. So I was able to hop different places. But in the evenings, I was doing comedy hypnosis, and I was at high schools, probably maybe one every couple weeks or so. And I was doing group sessions, group smoking, group past life regressions, contacting spirits, a lot of fun things, weight loss. So I had these going in the evening. Now, what was standing in my way of doing those? Well, besides people, of course, the naysayers, I knew to not listen to them. I learned a long time ago that if I want to be successful, I need to follow and surround myself with successful people. But there's things that stand in the way. Before I did evening groups, what did I do? I sat home with my children and watched TV. At the time, I was a single dad raising 4 girls, and we got together as a family and watched television. And even when they were off with their friends, I'd stay there and watch TV. I got to the point where I was really good at watching television. I'd sit there all night, and working, doing group sessions got in my way. Coming back to what I just said, how bad do you want it, okay? If you want it bad enough, television should be able to get out of the way. Now, I'm looking over here, and the reason I'm looking over here isn't that I don't want to look at the camera. I'm not camera shy. I am actually trying to look at my comments because that's where my comment box is. And Raluca just said, when someone tells you you can't do this, what they're actually saying is that they can't do it. Good point, Raluca. Everyone has different experiences. Don't allow their suggestions to become your programming. And let's see, Giuliano's here from Brazil and Diane's here. Hey, welcome both of you. And I know some of you are doing hypnosis and some of you aren't. Those of you that are doing hypnosis, let me know when you started, or even still, do you have or did you have naysayers, people that said you can't do it? And how did you handle it? Obviously, if you're still doing hypnosis, you handled it well, okay? So who stands in your way and what stands in your way? Okay, so what stands in your way? Again, I had television, but I was able to let that go because once you get out there and start doing the groups, you have 20, 30 people coming to your office, which I did for the past life regression. It's so much fun. It was a lot more fun than watching television. I got to tell you the story. Okay, one of my very first past life regressions I did, I was renting this office. Actually, after I stopped with those 3 offices, I stopped from my home and I let go of the 2 doctors' offices to open a big office. It was a pharmacy in town that went out of business, so I rented the entire pharmacy. Plus, it was a full basement. The basement was haunted, but that's another story. Anyway, so the upstairs, I broke it down into 3 sections. I put walls up. The front had all these beautiful windows on 2 sides of Main Street and another street, right beside the huge Catholic church, okay, but that's another story. Anyways, I had all these windows, so I walled it off and made a little metaphysical center. And then between that and the back, I had a small section for individual offices, and the entire back, good size, I walled it off so I could have a group place for doing my past life regression and weight loss and smoking right there at the office. So it was my very first past life regression. Talk about how fun this could be. So I'd go to the front. When I'd hear the door would open and go ding, ding. So I'd go out and let people in and talk to them, walk them out through the office, through the session office, out in the back. And they'd meet each other and they're all talking, getting ready to get started. And I did have this thing on my advertisement, bring a pillow and a blanket. Now I had, again, you prepare for the best, you have it in your mind how everything's going to work. So I had 30 chairs lined up, had no idea how many people were going to come. I actually ended up with about 25, 30 people, so that was pretty good. So they're coming in, it's getting towards the end, the whole group's over there. I went to the front, letting the last couple people in, and I locked the door and talking to them, taking my time, walking out back. And I walk out back, walk around the corner, and it looked like a bomb went off or something because all the chairs were on the side of the room and everybody was lying down on blankets on the floor. I was like, what happened? Completely unexpected. Then I told people, if you want a chair, use a chair, put it on the side, and at future meetings, and you could just lie down on the floor on your blanket and pillow if you like. But they wanted to, they felt more comfortable lying down than sitting in the chairs. Go figure. That's what happens when you're new, those cool little stories. Let's see. I'm trying to get rid of any doubt about myself, Giuliano says. Giuliano, get rid of it now. Here we go. Look at me. Get rid of it. You know, you're the best you that you can be. Nobody else is a better you than you. I know you can do it. I mean, you're here religiously. I see you all the time. I know you're committed. Do it. Do it. Do it. That's a suggestion. Listen to that over and over. Put this on record. Rewind. Do it. Do it. I'm sure you can do it. Let's see. Raluca, my mom asked me if I joined a cult. I've heard that a few times. My mom asked me if I joined a cult when I told her my first time about hypnosis. She's come a long way from then. Now she has great conversations about it. Yeah. So remember I said I was right by, when I first started, I was right beside St. Ignatius Church. Now, where I was in Sanford, Maine, is a very Catholic city, and you can see the steeples of these humongous churches, dotting the skyline. So I was next to one of the biggest one. We're talking like hundreds of practitioners. One of these big things with the like Quasimodo bells that they ring. So sometimes I would be working Saturday night, which is when I did my group sessions, and sometimes I even did individual sessions on Sunday morning. I know, bad boy, but you'd see the people leaving the church and walking out. Of course, if I was in there, I could sit at my desk and just watch them walking down the sidewalk through the picture window, because they'd go down the sidewalk and walk down Main Street, go to the parking lots or whatever. But they would be walking in front of my windows, and they'd cross the street. You see the little old ladies crossing the street and looking in the window and walking really fast, trying to scurry by. And I'd be working, and I'd see them cross the street and look at me, and I'd go, you gotta have fun with it. Or sometimes I'd be like, and they'd go really, really fast. So again, you have a fun time, but again, there's the misnomer. People think, oh, it's against religion. Oh, I'm good Catholic, I can't do hypnosis. Religion is one of the biggest places hypnosis is used across the pulpit. The power of suggestion. Teaching with stories. Ericksonian hypnosis is one of the oldest forms of hypnosis. And what is teaching with hypnosis? Parables, people call them as well. Okay, parables is teaching a story, telling a story with a message, suggestions to help people to do things because they're hearing someone else that had the problems. Okay, so no, it's not against people's religion, but what they're afraid of is the fear of the unknown. That's why people get on your case. That's why they're negative. They're scared of it. They don't understand it. So instead of promoting you, they're, maybe you shouldn't get into this, I mean, it's not like, being a practice victim for a Unabomber camp, I mean, come on. It's safe. It's been around for many years, but it's just misunderstood. So, and that's one of the biggest things we do with hypnosis is let people know. So I'm getting away from the subject. What stands in your way? Maybe drinking at night with your buddies, maybe going out. Whatever stands in your way, you'll have to look at that and say, what's more important? That I go out and be successful in my business, or that I have all these negative things that draw me down, or these negative people that draw me down. And I know a lot of you might have some of those. I actually moved out of state once because so many people and so many negative influences around me. And I usually put people on a list. I make a list of everything going on in my life that's negative, and then I'll put them in 3 columns. Fix. How does that go? Fix, change, or eliminate. And I take each one. Can I fix this situation or this relationship or this problem? And if not, can I change it? Or can I eliminate it? And most of my relationships were so, I should say maybe friendships, seemed to be so negative towards where I was going that they were on the eliminate field. So Raluca and I said, maybe we should just move. And that's what we did. We left everything, created a profound change, left Maine at the time, and moved to Philadelphia, of all places, okay? It was hard when we first got there, but if we hadn't moved, we would have lost a lot of opportunities, such as becoming an author. I was approached out there. And as many of you know, not only did I become an author with that first book, that was the Everything Self-Hypnosis book, but since then we've written, well, I'm up to like 60, 65 books already with Raluca and I. So it was a big change in that area. We got a billboard, a big 60-foot by 20-foot billboard right on Route 95, just up from the Philadelphia football stadium. Was it football, baseball? Well, the stadium they have down there. So a lot of exposure. Had a big watch, like a swinging watch, fluorescent yellow. As most of you know, I like fluorescent yellow. So we had a lot of opportunities there. The school got off the ground. Everything kind of started because we get rid of the negative influence. And when we got there, we didn't know any people. So I surrounded myself with positive, I guess you could say, virtual people. We were reading a lot of positive books. W. Clement Stone, let's see, T. Harv Eker, The Millionaire Mind, and I can't even think of half of them, but this author, How to Attract the Life You Want. Learn a New Way of Thinking. Who is the author? Oh, I am. Okay. One of the many books that I was able to write throughout the years, one of my favorite ones. So we surrounded ourselves by studying a lot of positive things. Esther Hicks, Bruce Lipton. And by learning all these positive things, they rub off on you because they say you become the sum of your 5 closest friends. That's the whole idea of a mastermind group. When you get in a mastermind, you get with all these positive people and you become more like them. So if you don't have the people to get into a mastermind group, why not make a virtual mastermind group where you can close your eyes and imagine the people in the group? What would Albert Einstein say about this situation? What would Joel Osteen say? What would Buddha say if you want to have Buddha in the group? What would, any religious figures you want to have, any political figures, who do you want to have in there? What would Tony Robbins say about this? And imagine their personality and what they would bring. And again, these people or these thoughts are going to start rubbing off on you and bring you up rather than allowing negativity to bring you down. What was it? Tony Robbins was talking about how emotions are so strong. That's what drive our change. And he was saying out of the hundreds of emotions, only about, I think he said like 12 of them are positive. All the rest are negative. Think about that. We're brought down so much from negative emotion and negative thoughts and negative people. But it's easy to let our minds go to be, with the wind, kind of like instead of progressing, just be led by default. Okay, but it's harder to control your mind and your thought and to go where you want to go. So, getting back to it, how bad do you want it? Focus on what you want, like a laser beam, and don't let other people bring you down. You may have to eliminate relationships, and that's okay. I mean, like I've told Raluca years ago, it says you have relationships with people and you're walking side by side, and there's going to come times where you walk away and you're on a whole different path and they walk away. 10 years later, you come back. It's just your path is your path from beginning to end. It's great to walk with other people on your path, but be careful not to walk their path, walk your own. And a lot of people will intersect. They'll help you, make you move faster, okay? But you got to keep that positive emotion. You got to stay on your path. Let's see. Giuliano has a good affirmation in his sentence. I'm getting rid of any doubts and about myself. That's great. But instead of saying I'm getting rid of doubts, that's the negative part. I am positive. I can do anything. Only look at the positive rather than the negative. Because the subconscious mind doesn't understand negative. So when you say, I'm getting rid of, of doubts, what are you focusing on? Doubts. That's because the mind doesn't understand negative. It's like saying, I don't want to go broke. What are you focusing on? Broke. You need to say, I am wealthy. Okay, whether you are or whether you want, that's what you want. So we live in the moment right now. Your mentality is, I am wealthy. That's what you're going to focus on. That's great. I am confident about I am whole. Exactly. Diane, I was raised with, if at first you don't succeed, try again. My programming is quite different from yours. That's great. That's great. Try. Now, that brings me to, you're going to like this, that brings me to my friend, Master Yoda. Master Yoda. Why do I have this? It's actually a joke. Somebody bought me this and said, hey, would you like a Toyota? Get it? Toyota. But anyways, Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. So we got to get the word try out of our vocabulary, because try sets yourself up to fail. What I mean by that? Okay, here's a pen. Let's say the pen is lying down on the table like that, and I say, try to pick up that pen. You can't. Try. Either you can pick it up or you can't, but you can't try to pick it up. I'm trying. You see what I mean? There is no try. Do it or don't do it. There's no try. Let's see. Raluca. See, she's in the next room, but I get more advice from her on the computer. So yesterday my mom called me. She says, say hi to Raluca. I said, okay, I'll type it to her in a minute. Okay, the people around you don't inspire. If the people around you don't inspire you, then you need to go. Put some distance. The price of not doing so is so great. It's too great. And that's true. The price of getting rid of a friend is a lot less than the price of failure because you kept their advice and you stayed with them. The price of moving is a lot less than the price of succeeding. The price, or what's the other word for the price or the pain of not drinking with the buddies is a lot less than not succeeding. Or you can say, go the other way, the benefit of drinking with a friend is a lot less than the benefit of being successful, of doing what you want to do, of helping hundreds of people with their situations with hypnosis. So instead of the price, I should say the benefit. The benefit of eliminating negativity is a lot less than the benefit of being successful. And that's what I have for you. And so for those of you that are practicing hypnosis, eliminate the negative and continue with your focus. Continue advertising, doing what you want to do, continuing helping people, and keep that success going. And for those of you that aren't doing hypnosis, there's a link right below this video of our, actually we've got a lot of things going on, of our home study course where you can learn hypnosis from home. And if you can't afford it, we even have monthly payments. But we have a live hypnosis training coming up. And actually it's about 2.5 weeks. October 7th to 12th. Raluca and I are coming out of this retirement, and we're both going to be teaching a live 6-day hypnosis certification course in sunny Saco, Maine, right next door. This is the foliage, so if you're coming, book your hotels early because not only is it the foliage, but we're also only about 5 miles from the ocean. A lot of people want to spend time down there. So we're going to be teaching that. It's going to be a lot of fun, learning everything basic and advanced hypnosis. You'll know how to do past life regression and clinical hypnosis and instant inductions and group sessions. You'll learn all that stuff. Plus, it's a 2-for-1 certification. What I mean by that is on the last day of training, you get to choose any one of our home study courses that we have on the page. And so let's say you want to specialize in past life, you want to specialize in forensics. You could take any one of those different courses, comedy hypnosis, and take it with you. It's yours, so you can do it on your own at home. They're all home study courses, and become certified and get a second certification. See, that's great. So it's first time we've tried that, but it's to help people to be able to expand, especially if you want to specialize in maybe 2 areas. Or if you just want to specialize in smoking, you take our course, you'll know how to do it, but you can also take the advanced smoking course and bring that with you so you can specialize in doing that in groups and this kind of thing. So that's coming up, and the link to that, we'll have that down below. Actually, it's in the online store, or you can go to our brand new page, which is the link is below also, which brand new page has everything that we happen to be doing, okay? In fact, let's see, the brand new page looks like this. See that? It says brand new page. Oh, what a coincidence. Right there. And it has our calendar events such as, right now we also have about 2.5 weeks left of the Hypnosis Instructor Drive. If you'd like to be a Hypnosis Instructor, which also comes with the Home Study course. So if you're not a hypnotist already, you can become a hypnotist and take the Instructor course. And it has a lot of other training included. And that's in the link below as well. And this is a complete home study course, by the way. So you can do it right from home at your own pace. And below that talks about, so if you go to the brand new page, you'll be able to find out about the hypnosis certification training from October 7 to 12. In the double certification, there's a link to all the different courses that are available. There's like 15 of them or so. And that's a video talking all about it. And of course, this brand new page has all our other stuff, our fun hypnosis t-shirts and the store. And by the way, if some of you haven't signed up for this yet, it's free. It's our hypnosis self-help community, our forum. And the link is right here at the bottom, if you can see that, right over there. Click on that and you can join us so I can chat with you if you have questions or if you want to share stuff with others. And say, what else do we have? My free cheat sheet guide for doing hypnosis sessions. This is a great thing to have with you when you're doing your preliminary session and your post session, so you don't miss anything when you're doing individual sessions with people. And all kinds of comments at the bottom. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this page. So let's see. Where am I? I want to get back to... Here I am. So let's see if we have any questions before I go. Let's see. No, everybody was so enthralled in what I was saying that they had no questions. So with that, let me see. I'm trying to scroll down to see if I missed anything. Nope, I guess I didn't. So with that, we got a lot of great things coming on. Go to the What's New page, get a home study course, or come to the live training. And by the way, for those of you that have taken the home study course, if you'd like to still come to the live training, we have seats left. Okay, you can come to the live training and we'll deduct the cost of your home study course from the tuition. Isn't that great? So if you're interested in that, you can learn more about that in the link below. Or you can contact us and I can answer any questions that you might have. So with that, I would like to thank you all for visiting. Thank you all for being part of our community. As you all know, we just passed our 10,000 subscriber mark. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. I'll wait. Do it now. Do it now. I wish I could get something that would spin my eyes. I got to get some eye spinning contacts. So do you make contacts on a lazy Susan that would spin? That would be so cool. But I'd probably be having people complaining, you made me do it. So go ahead and subscribe. Share this with your friends. I hope to see you at our training. And you all have a great weekend. And everybody have a great day. Bye, Diane. Bye. Bye, Raluca. She's right next to her. Bye, everyone. Bye. I can't remember your real name, but I'll call you Katez, not Katiza. Bye. So with that all, you have a great day. Bye-bye now.